Yeah, I'll just get to your number one question. No, this is not part of a shared universe. Crocodile sound effect. Javier Bardem raises a reptile with the voice of an auto-tuned angel, and do you even give a shit? It's Lyle Lyle Crocodile. I don't know. I had an early screening to this, and something just struck me as funny going to see a movie that I would never see on my own and have no interest in whatsoever. I didn't even know this was a book. That's how far behind I am on this. So with all that said, I went to this theater that was pretty empty for an early screening. Like, they were encouraging people to bring friends and families. There was maybe 10 people in the whole place. For all that amazing buildup for this movie, I gotta say, I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. This is a very by-the-books children's film, as by-the-book you can get for literally having a book. I mean, it has all the beats you would think. It's this adorable reptile who befriends a little boy who doesn't fit in, and the family at first is against it, but the more they get to know him, the more they accept him, and then the owner comes in. The owner is played by Javier Bardem. There's this terrible landlord with a snooty kitty, and he doesn't want them up there, and the only way the crocodile can express himself is through singing. He doesn't talk at all. And yeah, this isn't for adults. It's clearly for kids, like mainly little kids. And that's okay. You can still have a really good kids movie that gets across some good lessons and has some real imagination to it. This isn't that.
Oh, Eunice, we got a crocodile on a motorcycle.
And look, there's a dog driving a bus.
So the movie actually starts off pretty decent. It has a pretty good opening song that is pretty catchy. After that, it starts to slow down a little bit and become formulaic, but again, not in a bad way. They tend to switch things up a little bit. The kid in this, the little boy, is pretty good. I could be wrong. I don't think I am, but I could be wrong because they never flat out say it. I think this kid is playing him like he's on the spectrum. And I've seen performances before where that's done kind of like a gimmick, where it doesn't feel genuine. And this kid plays it very genuine. And I think that adds kind of a nice little spin on the whole thing, because the crocodile does not speak. He can only communicate through little facial expressions and singing. And I think that's a clever idea. When I saw the trailer for this, I thought, oh, it's going to be about this crocodile that has good little one-liners and has, just a bunch of catchphrases that you can put on t-shirts. But that's not really it. The catchphrases are all the songs. That's where it really sells out.
Hey, it's Shawn Mendes, the voice of Lyle. We're so excited for you to see the new trailer for our new movie.
You look and sound computer generated from other boy singers. The humor and overall style in this is not really trying to hit grown-ups. It's not trying to be super funny, so if it throws a joke at you and it doesn't hit, it's not something where you're going, oh man, I know what you're trying to do, but it just completely missed. No, it's being very friendly, like almost too family friendly. I almost wish it would take a risk here or there, but what I like about the setup between the crocodile and the little boy is that they both have unique ways of expressing themselves. Again, the boy can sort of get fascinated in his own little world sometimes. He can be obsessed with numbers or like traveling details and stuff like that. Statistics is a really big thing. And so because of that, a lot of people cast him as an outcast. And the crocodile very clearly is an outcast. He's in this human world. The only way he can talk is by singing, but he can't do it in front of a crowd. So he's afraid to do it. So both of them have unique ways of communicating, and I really like that. Had they focused on that more, I think this actually would have been like a Paddington level movie. But instead, it gets really distracted. We'll focus on random things that you'll forget were even in the movie. Like that it's a musical. So it starts off with a song number, which like I said was pretty good and is pretty hummable, but it doesn't have another song for like 15-20 minutes. So when the crocodile starts singing again, it kind of catches you off guard, and I did hear people snickering every time he started to sing. Because first of all, the voice does not match. This is not the kind of singing voice that should come out of this very shy creature. It sounds very much like a ton of filters dollars has been put on this voice. It doesn't sound very genuine or authentic. It doesn't sound very heartfelt. It sounds very much like it's from a record label.
At the top of the world, the top of the world.
Thank you, NASA.
Thankfully, the expressions on the crocodile are pretty good. I actually really did not like the movie when he sang. First of all, the songs, aside from the first one, are very generic and all kind of sound the same. To me, there's none that I was really humming or really getting into. It kind of has this weird thing with pacing where it won't have a song for, like I said, maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and then it'll have like 3 back to back, and they'll just come out of nowhere, and I guess they're there to help the family get past certain problems they have, but they're not even really set up much like problems. The father goes to teach math, and the crocodile will suddenly want to wrestle him. I swear this is a thing. Like, he used to wrestle, and he has this framed jersey, and the crocodile will take down the jersey, smash it open, and throw the jersey at him, and nothing instigates this. The crocodile just does this. The father completely goes along with this, says, okay, and wrestles the crocodile. And I guess that gives him confidence in his class, I think?
He's a man. We wrestled.
But nothing about it is particularly painful to watch either. It's just kind of dull. And when something doesn't quite fit, it does stand out, but not in a way that's really angering. It's just confusing. When the mother discovers the crocodile, there's a nice scene where the crocodile sings a song that he heard her sing to herself. And that's a nice little way of connecting again. I really like that. But then later, he's upstairs taking a bath. I think this is in all the trailers. And she's sneaking up on him with a broom, opens up the door, sees him bathing, screams and runs downstairs. You know a crocodile lives with you. Why is this a weird thing? Like, there's little moments like that that just don't quite add up.
Hide them. We have to show people that they don't have to be afraid.
Oh yeah, that's a great scene. These people from the zoo are coming to get him, and the boy is like, you have to sing to show that you're special. The fact that he's walking on 2 legs means nothing to these people. But I will say, the film never really seems cynical. Like, you can tell its heart is in the right place. All the actors are trying to give a real loving performance. I mean, they want this family to really feel like a loving family. They don't want to throw in a bunch of one-liners and zingers and stuff like that. Javier Bardem is a lot of fun in this. Again, there's not like a lot of adult jokes with him, but there are a couple little chuckles with what both kind of a good and bad magician he is.
There's a crocodile in the house!
Oh, I'm from the Magic Emporium. I think this is a film where, at the most for adults, I think some adults will look in and say, oh, the crocodile is cute. Oh, look at him sing. It's adorable. And he is. He's a very adorably designed creature. And you can tell everybody is doing their best just to give a nice little family film. But I think in this time, there really needs to be a little bit more to it, because when the crocodile does start singing, I am just so empty. I feel nothing for him when he is singing. And that's supposed to be when he's like the most emotional. He can't speak, so he sings. That's the only way he knows how to communicate. And I just feel nothing. It feels so manipulative whenever this incredibly phony sounding voice comes out of him. So I try to ask myself, if I was a little kid watching this, would I enjoy it? And I think I would for about half of the movie, and then I would probably want to go outside and play. I see this very easily a film you play at a kid's birthday party. Like, if you can watch it, great. If you want to go throw water balloons outside, that's fine too. But you have this option. I think some kids would watch it for a little bit, but then want to go and do something else other than watch this movie and not really care how it ends. So let's give it 2.5 out of 4, that cool voice crocodile from Robin Hood.
Attention, everyone.
With that said, for the multitudes of you watching that I'm sure are gonna flock out to see this film, what did you think? Did you think this was a very enjoyable film for both kids and adults and that it did its job great? Or do you think that it's a terrible film for kids and adults and nobody should like it, it's too cheesy, too corny, none of it worked? Or are you somewhere in between where you think, kids can like it fine, but there's not much else to it and that's okay? That's about it, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Why did I see this?